For example, after lunch, you cannot, you are slouching, you are become emotional, you cannot raise your voice, because this is how human work. The moment you get angry, you push up all the heat to your head and you become red easily, isn't it? Can you think? Can you make good decision at a time?
No.
Never, never. You have to let the heat go down so that you have a very clear, very cold mind as an entrepreneur, because you are as a leader, you make that decision with responsibility for the company and for yourself as well.
Kembali bersama kami dalam We Hear You. Assalamualaikum dan terima kasih kerana terus setia bersama kami. Sepanjang perjalanan kami merungkai kisah ahli-ahli perniagaan dan ikon-ikon yang berjaya dalam membawakan ideas, insights and inspirations. Motivasi untuk anda mencari kunci-kunci kejayaan dalam perniagaan. Dan kita bersama hari ini dengan seorang tetamu dari dunia yang belum lagi kita cuba cari rahsia kejayaannya. Ini adalah dunia yang baru untuk kita di We Hear You, dunia fashion bergaya tinggi, couture. Kita bersama dengan tetamu saya yang tak lain dan tak bukan, Dato Lewre Lew. Terima kasih Datuk kerana bersama kami. Dan Datuk adalah ikon di sebalik jenama Lewré.
Thank you very much,
right?
Terence. Yeah, it pronounced as Lewré.
Lewré.
Yeah, Lewré. Luminous ray.
Okay. So first of all, let's start by pronouncing the brand. And how did you come up with this name, Dato?
All right, Terence. Thank you very much for having me today. I think this is something which is, we hear you. We got to hear from, by a lot of people. In branding perspective, this is actually we call the visibility. Oh, yeah. So I hope both we hear you as a brand from SME Bank and Lewré, bespoke, also be visible, not beyond your customer base. I mean,
I certainly hope so.
I was really amazed. You have really reached the pinnacle of 14 million. So more to come, doubling.
You.
Yeah.
And it's a big thanks to all our viewers and listeners
the team,
out there.
Yeah. So, okay, coming back to Lewré, what's the meaning behind Lewré and how to pronounce? A lot of people pronounce it wrongly. I can't blame anybody because I think I have not done enough job for that. But the brand has been since 1997. Can you imagine?
Wow.
But what is Lewré all about? When I wanted to create a brand in 1997, or in fact 1995, I wanted to build my brand from just OEM for 40 over countries around the world. Can you imagine? I designed for Spice Girl and people like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I said one day Spice Girls dancing on the stage. My God, that's my shoe. What the hell? Why is not my brand? So I said, tak boleh tahan lah. No?
Okay.
My customer is squeezing me a lot of, on price, but selling like scrap.
So
Sky high.
they bought your shoes.
Yeah,
and
under their brand,
and
OEM, not Lewré yet at the time before 1997. So my heart is actually unstable. Oh my God. I only sold them for, I think, $15.
$15?
And they sell $300. Tak boleh tahan kan?
I think they sold it for a lot more because the Spice Girls wore them.
Yeah lah. I mean, before that night, how do I know they let it into become a Spice Girls shoe? Right. So Lewré came from a very humble beginning. I came from, can you imagine, a 15 brother and sister family?
Wow. That's huge.
I have 14.
Almost unheard of in this day and age.
And do you know I came from a poor family that I have to go to Menoli Kerta. You know Menoli Kerta? Yes. Umur pada 8.
8 tahun. Dato' dah start menori getah.
When I was a little boy, my brother said, who can assist do the rubber tapping. I raise my hand. From day on, I cannot even anymore. I have to go every day. Can you imagine? 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, I walk miles in. I have to run back to go to school. That is my life. But one thing really, really inspired me is the sun, the luminous ray. You know, when the dark suddenly become bright from the luminous ray, give me a lot of hope. There on, when I was 8, 9-year-old. So until when I launched my brand 1997, I said, what brand I should use? Then I create my own name, Lew, L-E-W, and my company, R-E, Rundi Enterprise. That was my company at the time. So can I make Lewré become, then the sunrise, the luminous ray really sparked me. I said, I'm going to use this, pronounced as Lewré, the luminous ray of hope. I want to inspire more people from there on.
Wow. And so I guess the next question would be, why shoes, Dato? What inspired you to want to create these amazing shoes? And as you rightly pointed out, I mean, Spice Girls wore them, even though not under your brand. But you have since gone on to design shoes worn by royal figures, personalities like Siti Nurhaliza and even Sheila Majid. So why shoes?
And also Kate Middleton when she came to Malaysia.
Wow, wow. Future queen herself. So why shoes?
Wow, that is a long story, Terence.
We've got nothing but time.
Before I went to shoe, I was a salesperson. I was a food salesperson. Do you remember the Mentos?
Mentos, yeah.
Mentos, and also they also have other thing. And I was in also a company called Sock Oil, selling oil and also inclusive of some Mentos. So one day my ex-manager called me, say, I'm now in the shoe factory, shoe company. Would you like to join me? He knew I'm actually a hard worker. He knew I'm actually a very disciplined guy who can help him a lot. So when I heard about footwear, I said, doesn't ring the bell. I'm in the food. Suddenly footwear, I said, I'm not a fashion guy, things like that. So after 2 months consideration, he brought me to the factory. I don't know what happened. When I went to the research department, I saw a guy sketching the shoe and he explained to me from the concept to the idea, then become the prototype. Wow, that really sparked.
And you have no background in
I have no background. I suddenly fell in love. I said, I want to be like that one day. I want to be a creator of something, a designer that can be very inspiring. Then from an idea to become the real thing. That is something really, really. So I joined the shoe factory in 1984.
Okay. 1984. Jadi kita boleh lihat ya kisah perjalanan Datuk daripada seorang kanak-kanak yang mengenali dunia kerja ataupun pekerjaan itu sendiri dengan memulakannya dengan menoreh getah. Dan dari situ Datuk berkecimpung sebagai seorang salesman ataupun jurujual dalam industri makanan.
Betul.
Dan kemudian berubah arah kepada dunia fashion tanpa disedari. Datuk bekerja dalam sebuah syarikat yang mereka kasut dan menjual kasut, dan Datuk tidak ada sebarang pengenalan asas ataupun pendidikan langsung tak ada dalam bidang fashion ni, tapi terus terdetik satu idea untuk Datuk memulakan dunia perjalanan baru dalam dunia ini. Dan ini mungkin kisah anda di luar sana juga terdetik mempunyai inspirasi daripada sebarang perkisahan ataupun nukilan hidup, dan terinspirasi untuk mencari idea dan memulakan satu perniagaan yang baru. So at that time, Datuk, 1984, did you know that this is what you wanted to do for the rest of your life?
No, not at all. I think one thing I learned from the entrepreneurial spirit that the what do you call the fire in you, the passion in you suddenly spark, and you find the directions of the light or the spark that may lead you to the next future in your life. At the time, I was in the late 20s. Already late 20s, but I don't know what I want to do. I can't be salesman for my whole life. But never I thought at all I landed into a shoe. And can you imagine, I have been in shoe for 42 years since 1984 until today. 42
Wonderful.
years.
Just wonderful
My God.
story.
And my brand is already 39 years. No, 29 years.
29 years.
29 years since 1997.
And that is something that we want to understand, Dato. What kept you going? Because the world of high fashion shoes is rather competitive. I mean, there's so
Very-
many brands out there.
Very comparative.
So how does a brand that comes from Malaysia that started out in 1997 enter the market in the first place?
You know, Terence, I'm actually very, very observant person. I'm actually very, I work very, very hard. I need not to say it. I travel around the world for more than 35 years. I was representing Malaysia under Maastricht in 1991. And I learned a lot of things, branding from in the exhibition. And the largest shoe exhibition in the world, that was in Düsseldorf. Can you imagine? You have not even heard of Düsseldorf, Germany. You have to travel 24 hours before you reach the little town, Düsseldorf. And can you imagine 1991, 19 company was represented in Malaysia. I was the youngest. I was in the 20s. Wow, I have nothing to lose. No telephone, no smartphone, no internet, no. Those were the day, 1991. But unfortunately, 19 company under Malaysia booth, we were actually in the underdeveloped nations corner.
Oh,
That's
that's not really where you want to be, right?
But unfortunately, we were placed there. But I'm very happy I was actually picked the last minute, the youngest guy, have nothing, to represent Malaysia. In a way, I'm proud, right, to be there. But then, in Düsseldorf, no one know Malaysia. They don't know where's Malaysia. I said, my God.
This is
1991.
1991, okay.
So we were given a brochure, Darren. That was the brochure, this shape of the brochure, folded into something like this. This size I remember. This size given by the tourism board
of this at all.
So everyone must give this brochure to visitor, whoever comes in to give. And do you know what this brochure is? Tall tree, and the house on the tree, and by the side is orangutan.
Oh dear. That is
And we were given away all this kind of brochure, and customer or walk past a customer, potential customer will look at it and cheekily smile and walk away. Some lagi. So you live on the tree and play with monkey every day?
oh dear. I mean, it's fine to
Yeah,
attract tourists,
that
but
is true, Darren. I'm not telling story, but this is a true story. For 3 years, 1991, 92, 93. And can you imagine 19 company had zero sales for 3 years in a row?
I still went. That's
And the fourth year, Maastricht said, no way, you guys not taking any orders. We are not going to subsidize you anymore. And the fourth year, one stupid guy continued to go, and he's sitting down here today.
Congratulations, Dato.
And this is all true story, Darren. So after that, I double tahan the brochure. I said, then I talked to the MITI minister at the time. Now it's Tan Sri Rafida says. I said, please change the brochure. We cannot sell orangutan and a tree. We are not. I mean, of course, we have beautiful
Rainforest,
nature,
yes.
but we cannot sell this as Malaysia. So after that, we formed an association called Branding Associations of Malaysia. I was one of the founder. I was the past president. And subsequently, the tourism board has changed the current logo, the slogan called Malaysia, truly Asia until today. Isn't it much better?
Much,
So
much
branding is
better.
so important, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing wrong, as you said, with the idea of selling our nature, but it doesn't jive with the high-end fashion footwear that you were a part of.
Every other thing as well.
Right.
Come
right.
on.
So we've been improving as a nation. I mean, as you can see, tourism today, it's booming. We've got all kinds of different events.
But
and
that was
activities.
30 over years ago.
But 30 over
Aaron.
years ago, amazing.
And poor guy sitting down here experienced this.
So tell us about your first order in Dissertov. How did you manage to attract someone to be interested in your brand, coming from a country which has maybe no real history in high-end fashion and footwear? How did you get that first order?
My first order, that was before Lewré was born. I'm talking about 1994. Remember, I continue to go alone. No more Malaysian banner. I went there. I break through 2 countries. I was really, really happy. For 3 years, 0. The 4th year, I got 2 orders. One is from Japan, only 400 pairs. Another one is Lebanon. Can you imagine Lebanon? But today Lebanon is a bit
It's different.
problem. But
It's
those days they are very stylish. They are beautiful people. So I got 1,200 pairs in 1994.
Wow.
And what makes it different and people select, I think, my design and the quality, and also myself. I think this is also very important, isn't it?
Yes.
This guy never give up, isn't it?
That's so important. Dato'. I think this is a lesson that a lot of young entrepreneurs need to learn, because they give up easily. And it's maybe testament to the young people of today, the quick win culture, getting things easy. And we need to hearken back to entrepreneurs such as yourself, who really went through the grind and got where you are today by sheer grit. So we're going to come back and talk more about Datuk's stories. Sebentar lagi kita akan kembali berbincang tentang bagaimana Datuk meneruskan identitinya sebagai seorang usahawan dalam industri fashion kasut yang begitu berkualiti tinggi. Kita kembali bersama Dato Lewre sebentar lagi. Kita kembali bersama dengan jenama Lewré, dan kita bersama dengan Dato Lew sendiri yang telah pun menjadi inspirasi kepada generasi baru dalam mereka kasut berfashion tinggi. Dato, before we go any further, I want to ask you a question that might seem controversial. Men don't know what women want. But when it comes to shoes, we seem to have it down, because all the top fashion designers for women's shoes are men. Why do you think that is?
As I say just now, Terence, I'm actually a very observant person. I think men, if they want to do something, they really, really put their heart into it. Without your passion, you cannot serve ladies. I tell you, ladies is never easy, although they are spender. But then, do you know most ladies, they have hundreds of pair of shoes in the wardrobe, but the moment they open their wardrobe, they will call me, Lew, I got the kasut pakai tau next week.
Wow.
You ask your wife, does it sounds very similar? See, ladies, they must have a matching shoe for that occasion. That's why we will match according to their needs. So bukan their want, their need. They have a lot of shoes there. I can tell you, they have a lot of baju, but they say, I don't have baju ke pakai tau. I don't have shoe to wear. I don't have things. But this is something which you have to put a lot of your own passion, your own creativity to make them trust you. So I think the trust you have to earn. It's not easily, like, for example, we talk about Siti Nurhaliza. One morning, she came to my store when in I think 2016. No, 2006. I think 2006, when she wanted to get married, So this is already 20 years down the road. Yeah, she came and see me. Yeah.
I mean, there was a connection between her and your shoes that we're going to talk about in a while. But before we get there, as you mentioned, you started out trading and then you eventually develop your own brand. But there are different alphabets that represent the different stages in your life.
Right.
OEM, ODM, and then now OBM.
Yes,
So,
yes,
so can
yes.
you help our viewers and listeners understand what these alphabets mean?
All right, Taran. This is something which I like to elaborate and as a educational things to the younger generation. I think this is very important. Those were the days when I started my shoe business. I'm a trader, which means I buy something. I'm not a designer then. I just buy something available in the market. I sell to the market. This is called trading. Terrence, you can do that as well. Perhaps a 10%, 15% kind of a profit. A, B, C, D, E can do the same thing, and the challenge is very comparative. It's a cutthroat business. So I evolved then. I said, tak boleh lah. I mean, of course I can earn for a short while, but not for long term. So I evolved from OEM, from trading to OEM. So you improve to the next level, you make for brands. For example, I make Hush Puppy, for example. I make for Nike, for example. So they will give me design, I produce for them. This is called OEM.
So they are the ones who own the design.
Their original equipment
So you
belong to
produce-
them.
Okay, all right.
So we are only the manufacturer, follow 100% according to their requirement.
But at least you have a customer.
Yeah, at least I build a profile. I'm actually working with so and so. Then one day when I met Rafidah Aziz, that time she was the media minister. So Malaysian must evolve to the next level. You have to have your own creativity, your own design. You have to, so you lead something like that. I told her the story about the Spice Girl just now. She said, yeah, you have to design your own self and you create your brand one day. So I evolved again from OEM, I become now ODM, my original design manufacturer. So I set up a team, R&D, improve in the R&D, research and development, a lot of research, a lot of trying and error for your own styling. So you have your own identity already. But that again not enough.
No, no.
Not enough. You still OEM for other people with your design, but not under your brand. So 1995, when I 1991 to 1995, I spent a lot of time in Europe, in the shoe exhibition, in Italy, in Germany. I traveled around all the best Europe and also America and Japan, Hong Kong, all the exhibition I went. So I learned. I said, wow, this brand has been there for a long time, but this brand very new, but they emerged very quickly. How can they build a brand? But why Asian don't build brand? So I started having this kind of idea. 1995, I met this guy called Jimmy Choo. I said, my God. I said, Jimmy Choo is a brand, isn't it? Of course, he has a really big name at the time. He's designed for Princess Diana, and he came in. He looked at me, he asked me, I don't know him then. He asked me, are you Malaysian? I said, yes, Jimmy, are you Jimmy? Then we became friends, So 2 years down the road, I asked Jimmy, please come back to Malaysia to launch my brand, Lewré. So he did come back.
Wow.
So that was the beginning of Lewré.
Nice. So having done this journey, now you have a brand that is already in the marketplace, in a way endorsed by someone who's already in the marketplace, such as Jimmy Choo, and you've attracted a customer like no other, Dato Sri Siti Nurhaliza. How did that happen? That connection.
You have to earn, as I say, you have to really prove that you have something that I want.
Okay.
The need. Someone wants it, isn't it? Bukan saja she walked into my store, I want to get a wedding shoe. Seriously. Until today, this morning someone called me, can I have my design? She's actually in UK. She's a Malaysian, based in UK, in London. She's getting married July. She wants me to design a pair of shoes specially for her. So I think this is something I'm very, very happy, appreciate, and really, really appreciate for that. The supporting coming from the bukan saja elite. I think sesiapa you walk in, I can be your good designer. I have no second type of service. I give my full service to whoever wanted to have my shoe design.
So Dato, I think I told you about this off camera, right? I've never met you before, but your brand I've known because you were part of the Malaysia International Shoe Festival.
Yes.
Once upon a time. I think it was 2007, 2008.
Well, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Well, not as long as your 1991 story. So back then, I was just an announcer and I was inspired looking at all these shoes because I never knew that shoes were, at that level. And then that's how I decided, okay, if shoes can be at that level, I also can upgrade myself. So I learned a bit from your brands and your inspiration. Talk to us about the concept of a shoe festival and how important it was to Malaysia at that time. Because you were a big part, you were one of the brands that were iconic in that festival.
Yeah, I think shoe is about creativity. It's about emotional. It's about confidence. You have to rely a pair of shoes for you to walk everywhere.
True.
Even for example, your baju, you can take off your baju, throw on the floor. It's just like a piece of cloth, but a pair of shoe is stand with a very, very elegant, especially high heel shoe. So to me, a pair of high heel shoe equivalent emotion, equivalent elegance, and also the confidence a person's representing. So this is beyond just saja fashion ga, trend ga, whatever. I think it's very important for me. It's insight. It's really, really important.
And you brought that concept to the larger audience in Malaysia. You helped inspire a lot of young designers to take up shoe design especially and go into that niche market. But initially, how did you decide where your brand sits on the scale of things? Were you going to make an affordable brand, a mid-range brand, or a couture brand? How did you decide?
I'm a crazy guy, I must say. At the time when 1997, when I wanted to launch a brand, this was the question I always ask myself, where I want to position myself. I want to sell as a pasar malam or better than pasar malam, a little bit higher than the store, or I want one day to become Jimmy Choo. Isn't it? My seafood, something like that. Yes, I dare to dream. I say I want to be the level where all the Kuai Lo, all the Westerner, the styling has to be good, the quality has to be good, the innovation has to be something really new. Until today, Terence, I'm not going to reveal you for more than my shoe will go into the next level of very high technology, even to the extent with AI.
Nice.
So we will talk about it later on. But then again, coming back to what you have mentioned about how you position. At the time, we position mid, high, and later on become the highest level where bespoke is all about. Bespoke, which means I custom make one pair of shoes, only one in the world perhaps, but you have to pay for it.
Nice.
So my most expensive shoe was under the Malaysian Book of Record of 5 million ringgit. You can
5 million ringgit for a pair of shoes?
Yes. Wow. So Darren's next, you want to get married, you want to have a 6 million ringgit of shoes, I can design for you. So the sky is the limit, That's what my position is.
That is beautiful. I mean, that kind of dream, right? The ability to dream that big, coming from the humble beginnings that you came from.
A rubber tapper.
A rubber tapper. Who
Correct.
were your inspirations, really? In not really in the industry, but generally, who were your inspirations?
I think the sun gave me a lot of hope, as I said. The sun, the energy will bring you something beyond you can imagine. And you ask me the question, I cannot answer you. But then I think the nature give me a lot of power. The nature.
And that being a great segue into the next part of our discussion, because Dato, you are there. Your brand is at that level where there is high demand, is bespoke. Nevertheless, people still call you up at odd hours asking for your designs. But today, in this day and age, the term sustainability comes to mind. So how do you pair that concept of sustainability with high fashion?
I think before sustainability or talk has been so trending and to talk about, I have been always wanted to do something timeless. As I say, I want to have something will last long, not fast fashion. I hate fast fashion. I think this is something which is not healthy in the long term. You buy, throw, buy, throw, buy, throw. This is actually will create a lot of unsustainable kind of environment and also mindset. I want something which is really classic. I want something which is really I treasure. Wear my pair of shoes for 10, 20 years. I want something. I want you own my shoe, although it's a bit pricey, but for the next 10 years. And you never complain the price because the rest, you just buy and throw, but this one will last forever. Isn't it? I think the sustainability, number one, come from the timeless. I think the timeless is very important for one person. Bukan saja fast fashion or just buy and sell. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That means your shoes are designed to last
Yes.
the test of time. And I think that is important. People need to look at what they're buying, what they're wearing, and see if they can actually sustain the look of that fashion for generations to come. And I think that is the direction we're going in. Yeah, minimalist in a sense that you own less, but all that you own is quality.
But never easy, Taryn. Never easy. I mean, easy to go into visible, but you want to earn trust, as I say, it takes time. It really takes time.
So we'll get into some lessons of how you build that trust with your customer base in just a short moment. But we have some time, so we want to talk about that word that you mentioned earlier, AI, high fashion, AI, technology. It doesn't seem to jive. How did you do that? Or what is the concept that you're creating?
Yeah, I think this is something, a story I have not even revealed to anyone before.
Ooh, wow.
You know, when I turned 60, I'm 70 by the way.
Doesn't show.
Yeah. When I turned 60, I asked myself, do you want to do the same bloody old thing? Sorry. Sorry.
It's all right, it's all right.
Sorry the
We'll
word.
bleep that.
You want to do the same old thing for the rest of your 30 years, 40 years in shoe business? I say, So one day when I came back from, airport, I saw one guy called Jack Ma. Have you heard
Oh,
about
yeah.
Jack Ma?
Oh, yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
Okay. We haven't seen him much lately.
But then he said, the future is IoT. He didn't even stress AI, but IoT at times is already AI. So I have a dream. Can I develop something using IoT? Then later on become AI? That was 10 years ago. I started to, to shape something which is towards this direction using technology. So just imagine one day you wear my shoe, you have all this kind of data collected, how you walk, whether you are pronated or you are supinated. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say, but then which means people become very, when a person become old, they walk like slouching, they become the autoporosis process, they become weak, they become very old. That is actually very important, isn't it? Because why women like to wear high heel shoe? They want to look sexy and beautiful posture, sexy, curvy, and things like that. Likewise, even men. You see, the men, they walk up, look at the model, they walk from the aisles or whatever, the stage, they walk like, wow, the aura, the confidence in that person, the energy she carry. That is what a shoe is all about. So I want that become a technology. It become not just such a style, fashion, but it become a lifestyle. So I'm developing to it. Yeah.
Nice. And I can imagine with your concept of sustainability where that one shoe will last you for a very long time.
Yes.
The data that you collect will also be generational.
Correct.
Nice. Beautiful concepts, Dato. And I think these are groundbreaking. And thank you for sharing them with us. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the next generation, how you continue on the brand beyond yourself, your succession planning. We're going to come back and talk about that and a bit more on how you would like to inspire the next generation of you, the next luminescent rays of sunshine in our final segment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with We Hear You. Baik, kembali bersama kami dalam We Hear You. Terima kasih kerana terus setia. Kita masih bersama jenama Lewré. Terima kasih Dato Lew kerana setia bersama kami. Now you mentioned something off camera and these are the best parts of the show because we get to pick ideas and inspirations that you never intended to mention, but when you mention it becomes like, wow. So you said, how long we live is up to the man upstairs, the Almighty. But how well we live, that's up to us.
Isn't it true, Terence?
So true. So true.
So yeah, as I say, I'm 20s. This, you see, I'm 5 years, 2 years, I'm 20. So, but unfortunately, Terence, I'm actually in the shoe business. I saw a lot of wrong shoe in the market. They wear wrong shoe. They're bunning. They have wrong walking pronation, supination, things like that. A lot of people are unhealthy. Their lifestyle and other. Bukan saja shoe, but of course start from the pair of shoes. I think it's very important. So I want to prove to people, if I am well at 70, everyone should be able to do it the same way. That not only make you more healthier, more happier, long or not, up there will tell you, but even the country will save a lot of money as well for the medical fee.
Healthcare.
Yes.
That's so true, Dato. And I think it's on us, the responsibility to take care of ourselves. It is truly on us and how well we live our lives. But that being said, in every business, succession planning is something that often causes a lot of headache. We've had guests that come on the show who have inherited the business from their parents. Some are third generation, fourth generation, our previous season. And some did not intend to, but have no choice, and they have to take over. What is your succession planning like as the person who started the brand?
I must say, times change. Time has changed. I think, as I say, I have been in the business for so long. I see changes. I see a lot of evolvement. But as a founding members in the brand, you have to accept this kind of change, and you have to also let go in certain things, and you become adaptive even to the era now. For example, after especially a pandemic, everything is digitalization, and those were the day we are so old school. Everything is talking about offline. Everything is talking about I must touch, I must see before I buy. Pair of shoes? Are you sure? I'll go online. You won't trust even yourself. Can it be done? Even baju, even eyeglasses, for example, you wouldn't buy online. But unfortunately, this is actually unavoidable. So I think. But coming back to my second generation, that's Trisha Liu. She has actually evolved to become her own design, her own creativity, together with Lewré as well. I think she done a good job, and I must learn. Although we have some different, in terms of, our argument, discussion in terms of, but we never avoid a long-term values the brand will carry through. I think this is something which we cannot allow to, to get erased. I think we have to continue the value, as I mentioned just now, the sustainability, the value that we have built, the comfort of the shoe. You see, women so elegant, they cannot be beauty over comfort. Yeah, they have to have the comfort, right? Our Lewré brand should empower ladies rather than, make her suffer. We don't let her suffer. We empower them. So this is our philosophy in over the last 29 years.
Wow, I mean, I would love to think so because there's always this connotation that no pain, no gain.
No.
Fashion is painful.
I think comfort should be given. No need to mention about, beauty. Yeah.
So there you go. Succession planning is in place. Your daughter is sort of in the driver's seat as well with you. What is it like working hand in hand with your daughter to build the brand or take it in another direction?
As I say, we do have arguments in terms of certain, especially creativity, her direction, her mindset, in terms of that age compared to this old man, and over time. So we consider, that's why we have to put yourself very young. Very young in the sense that you have to adapt to this era. Because this era isn't the era that we have went through over 40 years, 30 years, and things like that. Those were the day. So you have to accept this kind of thing, and but again, the value cannot be changed.
So the values of that luminescent ray of sunshine that
Yes.
inspired you in the first place are still going to shine through with the brand, but it's going to be a more digital brand. Can I say that? It'll be a more digital brand.
You wouldn't know becomes a wearable technology. You never know one day.
Wow. So you're taking the brand in a whole new direction, despite, of course, maintaining that. Before we end the show, this is maybe secrets of the industry that we're going to be sharing, but you agree to let us know a little bit about what you think women look for when buying a pair of shoes, because this one is going to inspire a generation of shoemakers out there. So as someone who's already got that brand, what do women look for?
Actually, the emotion.
The emotion.
The emotion.
When they look at the shoe.
Yes.
Okay.
That is me. That really suits me. Of course, the emotion inclusive the confidence of herself, whether it's the high heel, whether it's the low heel, whether it's the color, whether it's the fitting of the pointy, or whether to be a more bold, round, or whatever. That because they have their own character. And somehow, even themselves, they don't know what they choose for. But inside them, we know, because we have served thousands of women around the world. I've been touching women's feet for the last 40 years. I tell you, one morning, one king, I'm touching the queen's feet. She jokingly, I never even touched my queen's feet. I said, but that's my profession. I'm not touching her feet. I'm doing my job, I say.
Wow.
Right? But then, again, this is something, the women have their own but persona, isn't it? For a pair of right shoe for her.
I think that transcends to everything. So it's the emotion when they look at something, whether or not it fits their personality.
Correct.
And you've certainly captured the hearts and minds of women around the world. Your brand is truly international. So what has entrepreneurship taught you over the years, over your journey from 1991, changing the Tourism Malaysia brochure, to being a part of the very first Malaysian International Shoe Festival, to designing shoes for royalty, celebrities? What has that journey taught you?
Wow, so much. I think, and as you age, as you grow, as you experience up and down, good, bad, good time, bad time, happy day, this has unhappy day. So you have to went through, you have to sustain the kind of whatever things come along, and whatever is it, you have to stay calm. You have to overcome, first of all. Don't let this unhappy moment affect your moment. You have to stay a breath. You have to stay clarity. especially in the moment where you are negotiating very important meeting, for example, with your competitors or whether your management team, you need to have very clear mind. For example, after lunch, you cannot, you are slouching, you are become emotional, you cannot raise your voice, because this is how human work. The moment you get angry, though, you push out all the heat to your head and you become red easily, isn't it? Can you think? Can you make good decision at the time?
No.
Never, never. You have to let the heat go down so that you have a very clear, very cold mind. Cold mind means very clarity, very understand the situation. What best decision I have to make as an entrepreneur? Because you are as a leader, you make that decision with responsibility for the company and for yourself as well. So to me, the energy you have, the clarity you have, the calmness you have is very important.
With these lessons, Dato, what were the biggest challenges that you faced?
Biggest challenge is that the world has something which you cannot control. You have to accept, you have to adapt, you have to embrace to the situation, whatever it comes. Once you accept it, you will be not so emotionally affecting your mood, your health, your decision, your momentum. I think this will affect you very much if emotional. That's why you cannot be emotional. You have to stay very, very, very calm at all times. I want to quote something which maybe you can understand very well. If one person get angry, how do they breathe? Very short, very quick, and they will shoot up like red color. Your friend will say, Darren, relax. Take a
Deep breath.
deep breath.
Right.
Yes, take a deep breath. How long we have not take a deep breath? Take a deep breath immediately calms you down because it will lower your heartbeat and also strengthen your immune system.
There's a secret there, everyone. I hope that you're catching on to the way that Dato Lewre thinks. This is, of course, a show that's powered by SME Bank, so it would be a miss if I didn't ask you, when you started your business all those years ago and moving forward, what was the financing like? Because you have a brand that no one heard of at that time, and then you're trying to get it off the ground. So how did you fund your business?
Oh dear, that was a long story again.
Okay, we've got some time. Let's go, Dato.
No, in 1987. Remember I told you I actually joined a company in 1984, a shoe company. After 3 years, I worked very hard. I became the regional manager, sales manager in the central, inclusive of the north. So after 3 years, I have 3 partners invited me. They want someone like me, who is a hard worker, who has the discipline to start a company called Rundi Enterprise.
Okay.
That's why Lewré, L-E-W-R-E, is Rundi Enterprise. So I say, I have no money. I mean, I have only 1 car. I remember that was Tucson Sunny.
We don't have those anymore.
I remember quite a new car. So I said, I have only that car. Can my car become the capital? They said, okay, that become your 25,000. So the rest 75,000 from everyone, 25. That's the money. So I started like that. We have two vehicles, 1 van, I deliver goods, and 1 car belong to mine, become a salesperson for canvassing of orders. This is how I started in 1987.
Wow. So that should inspire everyone, right? I mean, if you want to start a business, sometimes the best way is to self-fund and to get it off the ground. And then you will attract all the funding you need. Because once you have something, then you can approach a bank or an institution or even a VC and you can ask for some funds because you have something to show.
Next time I will check SME bank.
I think they will come to you. At this point in your career, I don't think you need to go look at a bank. They are going to come to you.
All right.
And I don't know whether you're still an SME because your brand is international already. So congratulations, Dato. Before we leave, I want to ask you for some final words of inspiration to any young entrepreneurs out there in the similar field. That means they're in the artistic field because everyone today is telling most Malaysians that they need to go STEM, they need to go science, technology, engineering, mathematics. But you're in a creative space when it comes to high fashion. So how do you speak to entrepreneurs or people like yourself or creative who want to make it, who want to try something new that is kind of antithesis to what society is telling them?
I think the new generations are a lot more luckier compared to our era. They have everything basically, technology,
Right.
no problem in terms of our normal food, wear, whatever. Everything is there already. But just this is a different kind of era. I think this will change the whole situation. AI, so you cannot compete machine. You have to have your own identity. You have to believe yourself. You can build something your own self. Machine cannot even develop, cannot even take your whatever job away. I think this is something you have to believe in. You have to not just follow the AI trend, although we have to, we must learn from AI. I learned a lot of things from AI, even at my age. So I'm sure young people, you must have your own identity. You must believe yourself. You have to create something that belongs yourself, that nobody can take it away one day. And work through. Don't let it go simply. You face some challenges, difficulty, some down, then okay, forget about it. You have to persist, you have to continue, and you continue to believe yourself. Because if you don't believe yourself, who else?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're truly inspired by everything that you've said, Dato, because it's really coming from a place of experience and it's coming from a place of inspiration. And we truly thank you for representing brand Malaysia in your own special way on the world stage. Because your shoes are everywhere. They've been worn by royalties, they've been worn by celebrities, and inadvertently you also carry Malaysia along with you. So we're very fortunate to have you here. So as we end today's interview, we've got a photo of you here. Would love to have you.
This young man?
This is when you were 15. Now you're 20. Here you go, Dato.
Hey, you want to sign?
Anywhere you want, Dato. So we're truly inspired by this story of a great Malaysian that's on the world stage now.
You want me to date?
Can. That'll be great. This is going to be worth a lot of money one day. Thank you so much.
Thank
Dato.
you.
It has been a true pleasure speaking
My pleasure.
to you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
the
so
team
much.
as well. Yeah.
Thank you. For
Very
coming
inspiring.
aboard. It has truly been a blessing to hear from you, and I hope that everyone at home or in your car or just walking around, with your podcast in your ears, I hope that you are enjoying this interview and taking away something that will inspire your own business ideas. Terima kasih kerana sudi bersama kami sekali lagi dan pastikan anda terus setia bersama dengan We Hear You. Satu episod lagi akan datang dengan tokoh yang seperti Dato Lew akan memberikan idea, insights and inspirations. Dikuasakan oleh SME Bank. Kita jumpa lagi.